Well, here we are again in November, and now all the spring bedding's in, as you can see it for the leaves, because there's just leaves everywhere. But what's sort of amazing, that a couple of years ago the council stopped the bonfire because it pumps out so much rubbish into the atmosphere, and they were being green and wouldn't allow it. Well, all of a sudden it seems well, that no longer applies. You can now pump as much bloody rubbish into the atmosphere as you like. So why for 1 year was it illegal and they had to pull it all down, and now it's back on again? I don't understand that. I'll just have a spin round for the autumn colour, because we've still got some autumn colour left. It's amazing the variety that some have been and gone. Most have gone, like these trees here are bare, and then others, if I zoom in there a bit, still plenty of leaves on them. Of course it's all microclimates and there's different trees which lose leaves at different rates, etc. The old rats are out for food. We don't usually get them in this little bit here. They're usually around the corner, but now they've moved in round here. And there was some more a minute ago. Got all sorts feeding. There was more rats a minute ago. Yeah, he's up there with them. Yeah. So I've never seen them up here before, because they're usually around the corner, aren't they? Obviously you've got a new build here. Just nips and up, get a bit of grub and nips back. Well, we have got goosander still on the lake. It's a long way away, but he's not diving for once. Well, that's a different tree. It's a bit sort of Halloweeny, spooky tree. So we've still got some autumn colour down here. Big one over there. More colour by the calf. Unless I'm mistaken, we've actually got roses out. I didn't even know we got a rose here. Yep, we've got a rose out. November, we've got roses out. Well, the waterfall's becoming a right hot spot. We've got 1, 2, 3 rats. More coming down here. 4 rats. They're really tucking into a bit of food there. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 rats and a pigeon approaching. They seem to be everywhere this morning and in different places. Excuse me, officer, I want to report a robbery. Somebody's nicked their hands off the clock. And soon they've actually got round to getting it repaired, and they've taken all the bits away. It's funny without any hands, isn't it? I don't know what time it is now. At least it was right twice a day. Well, a lot of the trees have still managed to hang on to some of the leaves. First ones in town or other parts where the whole area is leafless. There's quite a few sort of hanging on in the park. Nice autumnly colours. Well, this bit's still boarded off. And how many years? It seems like bloody years anyway, is it? And they've done nothing about it. I just have a spin round for the leaves that are still hanging on, so still quite a lot, even though it is raining. There's plenty on the ground. You can really see the colour now, having to stand under a tree because it's absolutely bucketing now. Look. Another one of those spidery, creepy trees as I call them. They're a nice tree and they do look a bit spooky, but along Burma Island the mahogany are really showing now. Got that side. And this side as well. So it's really proper Christmassy colour. I don't know what's going on down the bottom, but all the swans and God knows what are being fed somewhere. And we'll come down there. Make sure the bloody sun's come out as well. No willow tree still got its leaves. Always a favourite spot for the gulls on the bridge. Need to get a good view from the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4 more coming. Some on the other side, or one on the other side. Well, there was until he just filmed him. It looks as though they've put a new grid in at the end of the lake, because this one here, it lifts up with the amount of water, so whether that one there, new one to get rid of the overflow. And makes a change. The old swans are on the move. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and one here somewhere, 5. There's 6 of them about, normally hanging around the path. Well, the old tree down Corrie Walk has certainly put on a show for us. Still managed to hang on to its leaves, and lovely autumn colour. Don't think it got the memo it's winter. Look at the leaves on the ground. The old rat's having a right old feast here. Somebody's put some food down. And the old blackbird having a feed on the waterfall. We've got some squirrels. And robin keeps coming. Although the swans are by the bridge, I say all of them, there's 5 there, there's 2 right down the bottom end. I'm just seeing if the park survives Storm Bird. and it was really a damp squid, wasn't it, for those in Crewe. It barely even rained, let alone anything else. I know there has been some floods at Shavington and other places, but I think Crewe more or less got lucky with that. Well, all the snow and the rain has filled the lake, so the actual island, you can't see the stonework. It's sort of semi underwater. So they haven't opened the sluice gates the other end to sort of get rid of the water. It's plenty of water in. You can see by Tipkinder Bridge how much water there is, because the water's halfway up the bank. And I stood still and the fan club's come to see me. I don't want to be on the video. Well, that's a fair old sight. The water's way up, and it all disappears down that big pipe under the lake. It's running very strongly there. Yeah, you can get a good view through here, apart from the fact the barrier's in the way. It's really pounding down this water. Even the paths are flooded. You don't very often get that. It's well flooded by the old big tree that's been chopped down. You ain't walking through that. Well, it's the same on Burma Island. You can see half of it's underwater. And whether the sluice gates still work, it's not a thing that's used very often, so they could be jammed, and it might not be that easy to sort of open the sluice gates to drain water out, because then you're going to chuck tons of water down the valley, so environment agency may not be very happy about that. You can see this whole lake's everywhere you go on the lake is flooded. And all the wildlife seems to have gone off the lake because it's too wet for them. And we did say last week about this new grid, and it obviously hasn't solved it, because if you look at this grid, it's obviously lifted again. And very often it lifts sort of 2 or 3 inches off the thing and let all water out. So whatever the problem is, they haven't solved it. Well, the old swans are on the water for a change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and baby. So 7 of them floating about somewhere. I think there's some more somewhere. Well, they seem to be enjoying the extra bit of water. You can see it's almost coming over the bank down there. Because normally they have been sort of on the path down here for quite a while, but they seem to be enjoying this extra bit of water. Again, we can see the bottom islands flooded. And it's starting to come up down here. Here come the other swans. A little stream, we're not seeing so much water coming down the little stream for years. We seem to be invaded by pigeons. I mean, it should be flowing like this all the time, but certainly plenty of water down here. See the difference a week makes, because last week that tree was absolutely fantastic, lovely colour and everything. Now it's virtually bare, all within sort of a week. There's plenty of leaves. Anybody wants any leaves? One thing about this morning, we're not seeing any rats yet. They're having a duvet day. Well, this is so sad, isn't it? It's always the same, this is. These men that gave their lives in the Gulf War. And we've had Remembrance Day, and we've had Armistice Day and all the rest of it, and we've got one little cross. No wreaths or anything. This wants moving somewhere else where people can actually see where it is, because a lot of people don't know it's here, and it's certainly very sad, because one of these was a Victoria Cross, I seem to remember, and these people are not remembered at all.